This one that I really wanted to share is this Talento. It's from Jumilla in southeastern Spain, which is a really famous region, sort of slightly inland. It's very hot and it's very arid for producing the fantastic Monastrell grape. And Monastrell does really well here because, as I said, it's very hot and this has a really thick skin, it's high tannin, it needs a lot of heat, a lot of sunlight to ripen those thick skins. And it's actually the same grape as our Mourvedre grape that we find in the south of France. And I really love this wine because it's organic, so it's free from herbicides, pesticides and fungicides, but it's also produced by very small family growers that do it for love, that handpick all the grapes. And these Monastrell grapes come from very old vines. And as we learn on my wine courses, as the vines get older, and I'm talking sort of past 50 years, they give us less fruit, so lower yields, but the quality of the fruit, the concentration of the juiciness in that fruit is really precise, very concentrated, and the roots have to dig a little bit deeper, so we get more nuances in our wine. These vines are also grown at altitude, so between 1,000 and 200 meters above sea level, and that means that at night it's quite cool, so that helps retain the acidity and freshness in the wine, but it also gives this particular wine this amazing, oh my goodness, this stunning aromatic note of violet that we don't always find in wine, particularly this Monastrell wine. We do find this in sort of high altitude Malbec as well. Wonderful to smell it on this Monastrell. And as you can see, this gorgeous ruby colour, so dark ruby, and on the nose, this gives us loads of red fruits. There's this like nutmeg Christmas spice going on. And it's also been aged only a few weeks in oak, but there is that slight hint of chocolate. And on the palate, there's this really precise note of juicy plums, black currants. The tannins are quite soft. It's got a lovely long finish. I can taste that nutmeg, sort of sweet spice. And it's absolutely delicious and quite fruit forward as well, because it's only had a little bit of time in oak, so it's still lovely and juicy and fruity too. So this would be fantastic for Christmas, obviously. Go great with cheeses, especially Manchego. That's actually grown around this Jumilla area, and what grows together goes together. I know I preach it all the time, but it does seem to be the case. Meats, steaks, lamb with duck, that sort of red fruit, that blackcurrant in this as well would be so good with duck or lamb stews, and also vegetables for my vegan friends that like your grilled red peppers, courgettes, aubergines, ratatouille. This also would hold up really nicely and marry really well, that lovely juicy fruit, really working in harmony, almost that aromatic note, but that violet I think would be a lovely match. I hope this helps. As you know, I love to share with you what's going on. Thank you for listening and happy wine pairing.